What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing more Session, and today I'm going to show you how to make the game easier, play like Skater XL, and maybe give yourself an easier time when you're playing the game. So I uploaded this video a few days ago, and one of the guys in the comment section, I'll pop them up here, he recommended that I should show my settings on a video to give you guys a better idea what's going on. Basically, I come from a Skater XL background or a skate background. I never was really into Session. I thought it was too hard. My way of making this game more easy for myself and easier to play was to mess around with the settings. So I'm going to go in and show you what I've done to make it more like Skater XL or something similar. So what you want to do is you want to go into options, you want to go into gameplay, and what you want to do is put your difficulty preset at custom. And what I would recommend for if you're from a Skater XL background, I would say put it on front foot and back foot. This way you don't have to worry about then when you switch your stances that your sticks will switch. I think it just, for me, it just complicates it. My head doesn't work properly around it, and I literally just can't focus on the game when I do a 180 and everything's switched. It just messes up my whole kind of thing about it. If you want to be like uber simulatory and that's how you want to play, go for it. It kind of wrecks the game for me, unfortunately. Now for flip trick settings, what you want to do, what I have it on anyway, is catch mode. I have it on auto because sometimes I go in between. So if I'm feeling like I need to do like some mad 540 flip, I'll take it off. But most of the time I just kind of want the tricks to look clean and polished. So I'll put on auto catch. It just makes everything look a bit better in my opinion. Flip speed is kind of like, you know, how hard you flick the control. I kind of have that on input. So if I flick it as hard as I can, it's going to go faster. I think it just kind of reminds me of skate. That's why I do that. Flip continuous mode, that kind of means when you hold it, like if you're going to do a double flip, you hold the flick in position, that will continuously spin the board. It just, you know, you can do double flips, nollie double flips, you know, 540 flips, etc. Sync flips and scoops, that basically just means that like when you do a 360 flip or a 540 flipper, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do like the board won't just spin and flip at the same time. It'll do it separately. Scoop input, I just have it on normal. I don't know what it really does. Scoop speed is just how hard you flick it. It's how fast it's going to go. Yeah, so scoop continuous mode is if you just keep the scoop in position, it will keep scooping. I have that on. I haven't really messed around with that too much. I don't really know what pop height mode does. I haven't changed it, so I just left it on that. Obviously turn leg tricks on, so you can do ollie late kick flips, ollie late heel flips and stuff like that. It just gives it a bit more, you know, variety in the tricks. I keep the quick shots on. Sometimes it can be annoying when you're on flat ground and you just kind of do a late one by accident, but I kind of keep it on there just for a bit of steeze. Now for grind settings, this is where I found this really made a big difference for me in the game. Just because when I played the pre-alpha, etc. like that, it was so hard to land in grinds, and when I changed this, it made everything so much better for me. So I have casual grind mode on. Basically what this does is if you're a little bit off, you'll still land on the rail. The grind alignment, basically that means is when you land, say you're kind of crooked in a 50-50, they will automatically kind of align you. There's like you can go back and forth with this. If it looks a bit too shit for yourself, you can lower it or higher it. I just kind of have it on that. I don't know how much of a difference it really makes, but that's how I have it on that. I have dark slides off because I found when I had dark slides on, I was doing like half kick flips and it was like catching it halfway, and that's not what I want. So I might mess around with dark slides in the future, but I haven't really messed with them so far. Revert settings, this is another one, a big game changer for myself. So revert on ground, turn that off straight away. Me personally, I think that's one of the worst features in the game. That double tap to revert, it constantly goes off by accident. It constantly doesn't work properly when you want it to work, so I just turned it off completely. There's not really a use for reverting anyway, like on a flat surface, so who cares, turn it off. Revert on landing, same thing. I don't want to use the triggers to revert, so I turned it off. Revert sensitivity, haven't messed with it. That's what it was when I turned it on disabled. Now auto revert, this is one thing that I really like. If you're doing, say you're trying to spin out of a grind or you're spinning downstairs, if you're a little bit off, so if you have that disabled, so that means it's more realistic. You'll land kind of crooked and you'll fall off the skateboard. What will happen in real life. I'm playing a game, so I just kind of want to not land everything, because it's not like that. You won't just land everything, but if you're a little bit off, it'll revert you in place. And sometimes it looks a bit steezy to me, so I just kind of keep it on it. So keep it on bail, which means it will kind of help you if you're a little bit off in your trick landing. Big drop landing, I just kind of have that turned off. I don't really mess with it that much. I haven't really looked into it. I know you kind of have to like push the triggers or kind of like line your feet up on the trucks to land a big set. I just found it kind of annoying when I had it enabled, so I turned it off. Yeah, wear and tear settings, this is one of the best parts of Session as well. I love it. So clothing dirt, your clothes will get dirty the more you skate, and the board wear and tear, your board will, you know, get scratches on the grip tape, scratches on the other side of the deck when you grind on it. The wheels will get dirty. Super cool. It gives a bit more realism. I love it. Now advanced settings, just leave that on default. I haven't really messed with it. Some of the missions in Session are quite difficult, so if you want to get like more pop height, or you know, you can change that. You can kind of change your high pop, your glide pop height, how you pop out of a manual. Just if you're kind of struggling with some sort of tricks that you can't get enough pop for, this is where you got to change that. Now one more big thing for me, this might be different for you, this is just a personal preference for me. I found that when I went into the camera and I changed the onboard camera to near, it really helped out my skating. I know I mentioned this in the other video, but it just makes it a little bit more like you can kind of tell when to pop, where to pop out of stuff, because it zooms in on the board. When you have it on like a far camera, you're kind of zoomed out and you don't really know like the where and when abouts to pop. So I kind of just leave it on near. It gives it a more skate feel, it gives it a more realism feel, I guess, if you're filming on a fisheye or something like that. I just think it looks the best, but that's more personal preference for me. And yeah, once you do all that, it should feel a lot better for yourself. Now this isn't, you know, this is going to fix the game for you. This is what I did to make my game feel a lot better. It gives it a bit more kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It gives it a bit more, it makes it realistic, but it's not too hard to the fact where you can't land something that you just kind of want to cruise around. I found that when I've put these settings on, it's a lot more easy to just kind of cruise the streets and kind of do like tricks that you want to do, if you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of the time it's, when you have like the harder settings on, you have to kind of go, right, what do I want to do? I want to go over here, I want to drop my marker down here, put a marker down, and then you're gonna stay on this ledge for, you know, 10-20 minutes, and you're gonna like have a session on that kind of street spot, which is I guess what they were going for in the game. But I found myself, once I changed the settings, I found myself cruising around the city a bit more, and which is exactly what I want to do in this side of the game. I don't want to be kind of just stuck in one spot doing one thing. Like even that, I found myself kind of cruising around, doing more lines, just because the settings are a little bit easier, that where you can kind of cruise around the streets, do what you want to do. You're not kind of just pinpointing on one spot. You can kind of go around, have a good cruise. Gives you a bit more fun to kind of mess around and do other stuff, rather than kind of, I want to session this little spot, which is why the game is called Session. Obviously you pick a spot and you session it out. Yeah, let's just kind of cruise around, get some tricks, see what fun stuff we can get done. One thing I noticed, it might just be me, it might be my controller, but I found manuals don't really lock in. Like if I do a nose manual, it will 100% lock in every time. That was super sick. But when I find myself doing a manual, unless I high pop it, it always seems to fall. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I can do it on this little ramp here. Like when you ollie onto a ledge or something like that, if you see, I dropped it there. See, when I hopped onto that ledge, it just dropped straight away. I don't know if that's me not having enough pop to get on top of the dice and do a manual, but same again, just drops again. I don't know why, but if you look at the difference, when I do like a nose manual, it's just straight in. I've got more height. Like for some reason, it might be my controller, it might be I have like stick drift or something like that, but it's just been something that I've been looking at. Maybe it's the game. Could be me though, to be fair. Then again, tried the manual there, it didn't work. It could just be a problem with the game at the moment, but it could just be me at the same time. Yes, that was sick. Yes, let's go. Ah, that would have been a sick line. That was cool. You can see what I'm saying there. Like you can go from one thing to another and kind of just cruise around when your stats are a little bit easier. And now I'm not saying don't ever do the hardcore stats or don't go do anything else. That's obviously up to yourself if you want to do that. I've just found myself enjoying the game a lot more when I turned all these easier settings on. And they're not easier per se. I just feel like they're more like Skater XL to me, which helps a lot for myself. Let's go. Nice. Aha, let's get it. These ledges are one of the best parts of the game, to be honest. It just makes the ledge skating so much fun. I don't know what it is. It's just made it super realistic. Like if you know anything about like skating in real life, hitting these ledges is going to be just the most fun you're going to have in this game. It's sick. And look at my board, man. It's getting all like chipped up and shit. It looks really cool. I don't know how to show it, but you can see it's kind of losing the graphic and stuff like that. I'm loving this game so far. I really didn't like it before it came out, but when I changed my settings and stuff like that, super cool. Ooh. Oh, got the nose mail. Let's go. That's super sick. One of those little curve ledge I haven't noticed. Good thing about this is like the smallest thing that you see in this game can be a spot. And I really like that. It makes it really realistic for me. Oh. Smooth around the curve ledge. I can get that a little bit cleaner, I think. Let's go. That's so sick, man. Just the easiest trick, like a Smith or a Feeble. Just, it's so rewarding in this game. I don't know what it is about it that it's made it look so good, or what they've done with the graphics. I don't know what it is, but once you get the hang of this game, man, you're gonna love it. I guarantee it. And I used to be so against this game, man. I used to hate it. I used to be like, Skater XL is the way to go. It's way better. Once I got the hang of this, I don't even think I'd go back to Skater XL, man. Obviously, I'll make a few videos here and there about it, but it just doesn't seem the point of going back into it. This is so much fun. Another thing, if you're struggling for view and you have it on the near camera, if you press the directional sticks, you can change it to left or right. Just press left or right and it switches to side. Just if you're struggling with the view and you can't really tell where you're going, it just makes it a little bit easier for yourself if you can't see what's going on. Nollie 50-50. Even that Nollie 50-50 looks insane, man. It's so good. Yeah, one of the nice things to do in this game is when you do like a tail slide or like a board slide and just not pop out, it looks super steezy. Get used to it because you'll be doing it a lot. Ooh, kickflip, nose grind, let's go. Now again guys, like there's a super big learning curve to this game and a lot of you won't get it at the start, you know what I'm saying? And I was definitely one of them, but give yourself a day or two to just kind of like mess with the settings. Maybe try out my settings, switch them around a little bit, see if you enjoy it, see what works for you, see what doesn't work for you, you know what I'm saying? Because not everything I change will be the same for you. You might like the harder grind, you might like something like that, but you know, that's all about trial and error. Like get into it, see what you like about it, enjoy the game guys, because it's a super fun game. I want everybody to play it, it's so much fun. Take my word for it. This is the best skateboarding game out right now. Go get it, go pick it up. It's on Steam, it's on PS5, it's on Xbox, go do it. Yeah, it's going to be it for me today, guys. If you liked my video, please hit the like button, it really helps out. Number one thing you can do to help the channel is like the video, hit the subscribe button if you're new around here, hit the bell notification, stay updated with every video I post. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.